Hello everyone and welcome to our I Pick My Butt video, more Survivor.io and the Desert Challenge, one of the new 3 mega challenges there. I gotta say, I don't know what's going on with my brain today. This video might be a little wacky. I think I'm just tired, but I went into this and I totally forgot how these mega challenges work. I forgot about the buff, I forgot about the nerf, and I'm like playing and I'm just seeing my health just gradually drop, and I'm just like, what's going on? Like, I've gone up a couple of levels, I'm not healing up at all, like what's up with this? And like finally it dawned on me that, oh yeah, these mega challenges, there's those actual little specs or stats inside them that's gonna screw you up inside the game. So eventually I played a little bit more and I wasn't even paying attention to the second one. So this one on the right is me with a light chaser, fully decked out, you know, all the tech parts. I got all my legend gear on, pretty much me, you know, running full tilt on this thing. And I will say, I kept on playing, and when the 3-minute and 6-minute mark came up, I just zipped right through those buffs and nerfs too. Luckily, you know, I'm way overpowered for this on the right-hand side. So on the left-hand side, I said, you know what, let's take off the tech parts, let's go and just throw some basic gear on, and let's just see how well we can do going in with the void power itself. Now, as far as the gear that I selected, I was trying to go for non-S grade, but there was no real thought process. Remember, brain not working the way it typically should. So pretty much the only thing that we should be running S gear on this is that void power. And let me tell you, even with everything else being kind of a little bit lower grade, lower quality, it still wasn't too difficult to beat this. Now, I will say that I did spend the $10 on the actual daily discount that gives the 10,000 or 1,000, whatever the number was, for that energy essence, but I haven't leveled up my hero yet. Actually, the only time that it got leveled up was when it first got introduced there, where they made you take your hero to level 2. So, not sure if that's going to impact the actual daily or mega challenges themselves, but just to let you know, we're still sitting at level 2. Now, this is what I failed to notice here in the beginning of playing, and you can see Battle Bravery, deal more damage the longer the player stays unwounded, up to 2 times, resets once you go and take some damage. But the other one though, can't restore HP, excluding revivals. That means that your little energy drink that you grab, I grabbed it around the 7-minute mark with a light chaser one, doesn't make any impact at all on you. You're pretty much, you take a hit, you're gonna stay damaged until you die. So the other good thing to go for, I probably say, is the stylish belt. That is a nice piece of equipment to put on because it's going to give you that little bit of a bubble there. And I stayed pretty safe having it on the actual light chaser one. Don't remember if I put on the void power one. I might have. Like I said, we're just not thinking today. But I will say, one thing that you might want to grab inside this is the actual Molotov, because there is going to be poison on the ground, and the fact that we're not reviving at all, or I should say we're not healing at all, it will definitely help out getting rid of some of those poison spots on the screen. But if you do have a void power, slap that thing on. We're sitting at excellent +2 on the left-hand side there. And I would probably say Trendy Charm, good one to throw on there just to make sure we're popping these little bubble things off pretty good. But realistically, it wasn't too terrible going through this. Obviously, with these mega challenges, throwing S-grade equipment on or higher rarity equipment on is going to give you a little bit better of an advantage, as you can see on the right-hand side. It was a piece of cake with that one. It seemed like I just breezed right through it. So as far as build, stylish belt, trendy charm, I'd probably say go with those, and void power, it's always a sure win. And that also is going to help out with those poison spots too. And when the enemies get sucked into those actual void circles, you don't have to worry about really taking damage from them. So it's easier to stay alive a little bit longer. Now, first boss we're going to run into is the Split Bloom. Nothing really to worry about. You can see here, I actually grabbed the drones, even though I didn't have the tech part, and when it takes those hits, it drops it pretty decent. So that might be something you might want to try to grab, even if you don't have the tech. But there is the second actual nerf and buff right there. We're going to have our movement speed increased by 40%, and we're going to lose HP when stationary, which is not going to help with that other one you have where we're not going to heal at all. These things are going to stack on top of each other. So realistically, all I'm doing, just doing a little circle thing, a little loop-de-loop, just kind of running around chasing my tail of that fire flame there, at least on the light chaser side. The other one, I don't remember. I think we're running light runners on it, but just keep on moving. Otherwise, you'll feel the vibration on your phone and you'll start dropping down in some health. But when it comes to the 6-minute mark, we're going to be running into the Toxinator and what's the arrow one here? The Caterpillar, I guess, call it. Not really terrible on the light chaser side, dropped pretty quickly on it, but I will say I did get caught off guard with the Caterpillar there. It ran right into me, took a good chunk of health out. I'm like, oh man, that sucks. But it was a pain on the void power side where I had less actual attack and health and everything. So you might fight with this a little bit, but luckily for these mega challenges, they give you a lot of chances to revive. You can use those little revive token things that we have. And if you don't have those, you can spend some gems. But realistically, you only got to beat this thing once. You're probably never going to play it again afterwards. There's really no other benefits of going through and, trying to complete these things unless you want to see, hey, how much can I beat this with no gear or the lowest amount of gear? That's about the only reason I can actually think to play it. And after defeating them, you're going to get attack plus 30% when below 30%. That one actually might help you with that whole, not healing up thing. But then the mobs will get one shield stack, and it's not really too much of an issue because you're pretty much got a good amount of gear and not really gear, but good amount of abilities and skills that's going to make it where it should hopefully drop those shields pretty quickly before they even come at you. But the 10-minute mark, we're going to have the zombie rider here, and we're also going to have the papillion or the butterfly, whatever you want to call it. And what I gotta say is they are kind of annoying actually on this one. I did really fight with them bullets and the poison floating around. Really made it to be a pain in the neck. So just be careful on that. Try to stay alive as long as you can up to this point so you have all those revives if needed. Maybe keep a couple of bombs around, but there wasn't really a lot of chests around either to grab things. But not really a lot of info for you guys on this one. I apologize. Realistically, throw some S gear stuff on. It will help you out a lot more. Doesn't matter what rarity it is or what level it is. Those extra attack stats and health stacks really help out. But other than that, avoid the poison, throw some Molotov, Trendy Charm, good way to go. Void Power, easy way to go, and that's it. Do the things I always say at the end of the video there, like, subscribe, and remember, I pick my butt.